What is going on, guys and girls, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Petrol Head Podcast. Like I mentioned in the previous instalment, I've been really looking forward to launching this podcast, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am too. Now, I do really want to get a nice filming studio for the podcast, or maybe do up part of my office for that, put some car bits in the background. I know I've got an engine in the background, but I want something nice and sleek, so we're going to be working on that potentially in one of the coming videos. But like I said previously, this is a new thing. I've never done a podcast before, so any suggestions, please drop them down in the comment section down below. Every single one will be a valid suggestion, so please be sure to do so. Now, the topic of today's podcast is going to be one which most YouTubers do cover, but it's one which is unique to every individual YouTuber. So I really wanted to cover it. I thought it'd be quite interesting to talk a bit about my car history, which cars I've owned, or vehicles I've owned for that matter. You know, what I did to them, what they were like when I bought them, what they were like when I sold them, any sort of funny memories in any of them. I'm going to cover all of that in today's video. Rewinding back 4.5 years, I've passed my driving test. I'm 22 years old. In the UK, you can start driving when you're 17. I started driving just after my 18th birthday, so 4.5 years it's been since I passed my test. Now, the first car which I ever owned was a Peugeot 307, 1.4 litre engine, front wheel drive, just self-explanatory really. Now, what a little car that was. Oh my God, it was a fun car. It was 5-door. Most people's first car, they go for 3-door, just 'cause they look better, but I was actually gifted this car. So yeah, massive shout out to Val if she's watching. Lovely lady, gifted me the car. I then proceeded over however many years I owned the car to modify it. Now, it took many different almost forms along the way. We started off, as you do when you get a first car, you want to modify it. I actually got it before I passed my test, bear in mind, and I started doing little tinkering bits to it, just aesthetic things, tinting the lights, changing the badge to a carbon fibre badge, just little ricey bits and pieces really, no front grille. So yeah, it went through kind of that evolution, and after that we kind of hit full rice mode. My dog's down there is making a bit of noise. It's raining outside. Can't really tell because the lighting's not great, but lighting's good here, so that's all good. But yeah, she bloody hates the rain. Getting back to where I was, we went through my little phase of being an absolute ricer, and you know what? I think it was quite funny. I look back at it now and hold my head in shame, but yeah, it was really cool. Anyway, what did we do to the car? Within that phase, we put like racing stripes on the bonnet. Oh God, it was absolutely awful. Like mud flaps and stuff on it. It was, no, just please stop. Like, you know, wind deflectors. Okay, wind deflectors aren't too bad, but they are the classic first Ricer Boy mod. So all those bits and pieces we did. Now, then I decided I wanted something different. I never liked silver cars. Funny enough, my daily driver now is a silver car, but I've never really liked them. So I thought I'd go for a colour change. So we started by spraying the bonnet, the roof and the boot matte black. Now, this actually looked really good. It just took a bit of time, but yeah, I thought it would look really nice against the silver, but I wanted to upgrade it even more. So we decided to then repaint everything else in the car. Do loads of bodywork. So basically I cut out the badge, because if you know, Peugeot front badges, you can't just take them off. Like on the Mazda, you can just pop it off. 2 little holes, you just put a bit of filler in there, sand it down, bish bash bosh, bit of paint, lovely jubbly, jobs are good. But you can't do that on the Peugeot. So I had to actually cut out the badge, and then there's a bar almost which goes across the front of the grille like that. And I had to basically reform where I cut out the badge. And funnily enough, I used a bit of wood, glued it in place, loads of carbon fibre, loads of, what's the word? Fiberglass, that's the one. So loads of fiberglass, filler, absolute nightmare of a job, but it looked really good afterwards. You'll probably see, I'll probably insert pictures throughout the video of the cars, what they look like when I bought them, what they look like when I sold them. But yeah, I was really happy with that. Then I went ahead and painted the whole thing in Ford Electric Monza blue. Now this is like a really popping blue. It's almost quite similar to the blue on the Focus RS, the new one. I'm not sure what it's called off the top of my head, but similar to that blue, really bright. It actually looked quite stunning. I mean, funnily enough, I wouldn't drive the car around now, but I do look at it and I'm quite proud that I did that with my first car. And you know what? Sometimes you need to go through that journey to really understand what your style is, what you're looking for, and just to learn how to work on cars. So yeah, we did that. Gutted the whole interior. Classic McDonald's car park, of course, a big subwoofer in the back. yeah, we just went kind of all out. I did aftermarket halo front lights. You know, the list goes on. I'm not going to sit here forever. Oh yeah, upgraded to new 5-spoke wheels, painted them in, I think it was BMW Cosmos Black. I think it was a BMW colour, but it was Cosmos Black. They look really nice. Only thing I would have done to that car, if I had kept it a bit longer, because there's no point doing anything to the engine. It's a 1.4. Obviously I had my exhaust, bear in mind actually, and cold air intake. But only other thing I would have done to the car was lower it, because it was at factory ride height, and just a little bit lower with lowering springs. Wouldn't need coilovers because it's not a performance driving car. I just think it's a waste of money. Maybe a little bit, maybe a 10mm spacer, although I don't advocate spacers now, as you guys probably know. But yeah, just to push those wheels out slightly, then job would have been a good 100%. So yeah, that's the Peugeot 307. Now, whilst owning the Peugeot, I actually moved on to my second car. My second ever car was the MX-5, but I've owned loads of cars since then. Really, really weird. But that's the one which I wanted to keep, and that's the one I haven't sold throughout the whole process. So I bought the MX-5 in February 2017. So that means I owned it 3.5 years. Awesome little car. I paid $3.5 grand for the car, which at the time was the most expensive MX-5 on Auto Trader. Reason being why I paid so much, loads of people say you can pick one up for $1 grand. Why would you pay that? It had 40,000 miles and it was super mint. No rust, literally stunning. Everything about it was top notch. I mean, the owner previously drove it like 1,000 or 2,000 miles a year, garaged all year round. It was a stunner. It was, yeah, real good condition. So I bought that, then started off with little modifications. I think first of all I did the exhaust, coilovers, BBS replica wheels, roll cage, just all your standard MX-5 bits. And throughout that time, I mean, if you guys have followed the channel for a while, previous to the whole switch up and rebranding, I've done so much for that car, and I don't even want to comprehend the region of money which I've spent on that car, because it is ludicrous. But we're nowhere near finished either, so that figure's just going to rise and rise. So once we finish the whole project, well, you never finish a project car, but once we have got most of the car done, like in a state where I'm not going to have it off the road, I might top it all up and work out exactly what I've spent. Actually, you know what, I will do that, because that will make a really interesting video, how much it would cost to build an MX-5 like mine. But we went ahead, went all out, then turbo conversion, redid the whole interior. I'll insert some pictures over the top of the video or somewhere on the screen. Then we, as we are now, we then pull the engine, smooth the engine bay, we're going for a forged engine rebuild, and then it will all be back together. Once that's done, we're going mainly exterior things. I think before we upgrade the turbo, interior is lush, so we don't need to touch that. We're going to get the Rocket Bunny kit all dialed in, looking really smooth. I want to do a bit more body work before we then go in for a whole respray. I want to smooth off some bits. Yeah, just generally needs it up. Get a few different body panels on the car. Just things like the UNOS JDM style rear number plate panel. I want to get that one rather than UK specs. I can run a square plate. Just little bits and pieces like that. So extensive plans for the MX-5. I've had that for, like I said, 3.5 years. It's a car to stay. It's never going to be sold. So if you're subscribed to the channel for that, rest assured the MX-5 is not going anywhere. Now, next on the list within all of this time, whilst I had the MX-5 and the Peugeot, there was a little green, I think it was 1.4 as well. See it rose up. Now, I didn't actually own this car, but it was sitting on my driveway. I did loads of work to it. We just did little bits and pieces, aesthetic, sort of tasteful things. And you know what? I really do like those Seat Rosas and Lupos. Now, I wouldn't drive one now. I'm not a massive VW guy, to be fair, but I just think the classic kind of boxy styling to them is really nice. So I won't go into that in too much detail. We just did new lights, wipe, delete, all of that sort of good stuff. So next on the list, and I need to think about this carefully. Yeah, it was a Ford Fiesta. It was a Mark IV, I believe, off the top of my head. Yeah, Ford Fiesta. No, it might have been Mark III. I can't remember. Anyway, black Ford Fiesta. I picked it up for 500 quid, actually 450 because I haggled them down. It was, what, you know, funny enough, I bought this car 2 weeks. My Mazda was off the road. This was a couple of years back because I was drifting, hit something, and wishbone bent. Yeah, so basically we needed to do that. I couldn't undo the bolts because it was an absolute ball ache, and I was quite inexperienced with cars at the time. Now I think I'll be able to tackle the job. But anyway, I went into the Mazda garage, and it was off the road for a couple of weeks whilst they were doing it. Now, during this time, I hadn't driven the MX-5 for so long. And funnily enough, I hadn't driven a car for so long either. So it was about a week before I picked up the MX-5, and I thought I was going to pick up a shit box to run around in. Oh my God, this dog, mate, honestly, shut up. I thought I'm going to pick up a shitbox to run around in week, 2 weeks whilst MX-5's being done, and then we'll flip it. So that's exactly what we did. Picked up this Ford Fiesta. It was a 1.2, this one. And what an amazing little car to drive that was. I had so much fun in it. It handled so well, and it actually felt quite nippy because of the small engine, but it was in a really, really light chassis. And, you know, by all means, it weren't fast. Now, I know what a fast car is. I've driven loads of fast cars in my time. And, yeah, it wasn't fast. It just was a nippy car. It handled really, really well. It was just a joy to drive. That Fiesta, wow. One day I will own another little car like that. Now, it's probably a good point to mention, actually. If you guys saw, I put up a status on Instagram. And at time of you guys viewing this, it's probably about 2 weeks prior to viewing this. And what I basically said was there might be a new project car on the horizon, and it was a little guessing game. I can't remember who suggested one of these options of what I should buy for my next car. But they suggested a Lamborghini Huracan. And quite frankly, I'd love to afford one of those right now, but I can't afford that. So I wish I could afford it. I really wish. I'm shedding a tear here. But one day, I reckon another couple of years, we'll be able to get into some supercar territory. But yeah, I've gone completely off topic. What I was saying was I really want another nice, nippy, really small, fun handling car to drive. Now, there was a car I was looking at, 1960s classic Mini, which was absolutely wrecked. Like, when I say wrecked, it was fucked. Asking price was dirt cheap, 500 quid, and I literally saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought I have to buy it. Like, I know probably a massive financial mistake, but I thought I have to buy it and restore the thing, and we were going to do a whole nut and bolt restoration on the car. Now, reason why I'm revealing it now, and I will edit this out if things do change, but the seller seemed really keen, and I messaged him saying, could we sort of arrange a collection of it? Because it was a non-runner, all 4 flat tyres. It needed to be towed on a flatbed lorry back to my place, basically. And he hasn't replied to me in the last 3 days. He's read the message, not replied. I doubt he's watching, but if you're watching, mate, come on, please. I really, really want it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Just being realistic. But yeah, I'm always looking for little project cars like that. So actually, if you follow me on Instagram and anything comes up which you think that could be a car for me, then shoot me over a link. Honestly, your help would be massively appreciated. Yeah, I did mention actually a couple of videos ago that I am on the lookout for another car. It wasn't as urgent, and it's not massively urgent. You know, I'm waiting for the right thing to come around. I was looking at actually like a 1970s. I can't remember the car, but it's an Italian three-wheeler. It looked like a right laugh. Barn find actually from Italy. The guy wanted £1,200. Again, I just couldn't justify the space and the money I'd pay for it. I did actually consider buying it, doing a restoration, and then renting it out for business and corporate events. But yeah, just decided to let that one go as well. Anyway, guys, we're going to move on. Now, after the Fiesta, what KU after? I'm trying to think of the order when I purchased them. Next car on the list. Oh, it's not a car. It was the Citroen Relay camper van. Now, you know what? I'm going to do a heartfelt apology. I really wanted to finish that, and it actually broke to me saying I had to sell that. It was just literally took up so much space on the drive. It was a bit of an eyesore. I haven't got enough driveway space here for a project like that. You know, I probably can get 2 cars on the driveway and a car in the garage, but the garage has got a whole new kitchen in it because we've got a kitchen being fitted as of tomorrow, brand new kitchen. Really looking forward to that, because if you guys didn't actually know, one of my other passions in life apart from cars is cooking. Oh, I love cooking. I love doing like fine dining cuisine. I've worked in a couple of nice restaurants before. I left school, Michelin star restaurants, and yeah, I learnt loads and loads there. And I just love doing it in my spare time, just to dish up a nice meal for the other half or for my mum. Really, really good fun. But anyway, I get so sidetracked. You know, it's actually a problem I think I have. I could actually talk for hours. I just, yeah, been sitting here. And this has all been one take. Like, the camera's still rolling. We're on 17 minutes at the moment. Obviously, it'll be cut down when I go to edit the video. So, at the point in the video, it won't be 17 minutes if you get me. But yeah, I really wanted to finish it. Wasn't space for it. We started it off. I sold it. You know what? I scrapped it. What an idiot. I got a good price for it. So I scrapped it as a runner. I just got the scrapping company to take it away. Got paid, I think, 450 quid for it. I paid 400 from it. Probably spent 400 on it, starting the build. So it was a loss at the end of the day, but not a massive loss. It weren't the end of the world. But yeah, like I mentioned before, we will do another camper van build. I either need one of two things. I need to get a unit with like an engine lift, with a car lift, maybe like a 3-car garage, or I need to get another place which is bigger. Or actually, third option, this driveway could be extended. We do have a front garden which is absolutely irrelevant. Like, it's irrelevant. I don't know why it's even there. No one uses it. I can't be asked to maintain it. So we could actually get rid of that and extend the driveway. We could fit, how many cars would we fit out there? Easily 6. This actually might be another project for me to do. I wonder if I can pave a driveway. Maybe we'll try. Anyway, we are getting sidetracked once again. Next on the agenda. Now, this is a car which has been owned in the family since 2005. My dad bought it for my mum back in 2005, brand new. It was a Toyota Corolla 1.6 litre VVTi engine. Oh, what a little car. Automatic, but an absolute stunner for daily. It's still only done like 43,000 miles, and it's 2005 car. So yeah, it's in good nick. I mean, it needs some bodywork fixing and correcting, but yeah, that's my daily driver at the moment. Really, really reliable, really comfortable, pulls like a train, really does. Like, I smoke some like nice cars at lights. It's by all means not a fast car. The 0 to 60 is shameful, but it's just a fun daily driver. Really nice, friendly to drive. Yeah, really enjoy it. Now that brings me on to plans for the future of the channel. Now, I really want to do a couple of bits of the Toyota Corolla. Like I said, the bodywork's not in good shape. It could do it for respray. Could just do like being bagged on some nice 16-inch deep dish alloys, paint job. I'd be happy with it. That'd literally be it. I'd keep the interior standard, keep most other things standard, just to make it look a bit better. So we may do a project on that, no promises, but we may do that. But aside from that, the MX-5, you guys all know the progress of. I've banged on about it time after time again. I did an other order last night actually for more parts for the engine. So we got a Gates water pump. We've got a few other bits and pieces. I won't mention this in this video because I'll mention it in another video when it arrives. We'll do an unboxing and then we'll crack on with the day. It's sort of vlog style video. Please, you guys, let me know what you're thinking of the new kind of video style, more vlog-like, the podcast series. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. If you guys have any suggestions for project cars to buy, just any interaction, guys, would be absolutely awesome. Send me a message on Instagram. And also, I do like to mention, any questions you have about cars, working on cars, parts for your car, just shoot me over a message. I'm always happy to help, and I actually get a buzz off helping other people do stuff with cars. It's really satisfying that I kind of self-taught myself everything. And I am by no means a mechanic, but just the fact that I can now help people, I love that. Really love that. But anyway, we're going to wrap up the video there. Let me know what you think the next car should be for the new project car. If it's upgrading the daily, that's not on the agenda yet. There's just no point. And you know what? Because that car's been in my family for so long, I just want to keep it. I think I'll run that down to the ground, to be fair. One owner. From new, it'll just be the same old. But anyway, let me guys know what you think the next project car should be down below. Once again, thanks for watching. It really means a lot to me. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.